Hello everyone, I'm Katie and welcome to Blue Thumbs Consulting Aquaculture Tutorials. We're here to educate you about the wide world of aquaculture. As the global population grows, we need more sustainable resources for food. Aquaculture is the future for sustainable seafood production and a way to help save our oceans. With our tutorials, you can learn more about aquaculture and how it works. Anyone can be an aquaculturist. You don't need a college degree to work in the aquaculture field. With the right ambition and training, you'll be able to grow just about anything. In this video, we'll scratch the surface of what aquaculture is. We'll discuss some common aquaculture methods and what species are commonly being grown today. As we go along, our videos will go into more detail on the different topics we introduce in this overview tutorial. So let's go ahead and get started. What is aquaculture? Aquaculture is the breeding, growing, and harvesting of fish, shellfish, algae, and other aquatic species in all types of water environments. The earliest aquaculture dates back to 4,000 years ago in China when they were raising common carp, but has been practiced all over the world ever since. There are two main types of aquaculture: marine aquaculture, also known as mariculture, and freshwater aquaculture. Some common marine species include oysters, clams, mussels, shrimp, seaweeds, and fish like salmon, flounder, steelhead, sablefish, yellowtail, and pompano. Freshwater species include catfish, white bass, carps, hybrid striped bass, and trout. Marine species are often farmed in open water net pens or in tanks, whereas freshwater species are often farmed in ponds, tanks, and raceways. There are over 240,000 known marine species and over 18,000 known freshwater species. Out of so many, how do we choose which to grow for food? Certain factors are important for choosing what species to grow, such as how fast does the species grow? Can they eat artificially made food? Are they tasty? Are they disease resistant? Can they be easily raised in captivity? How quickly do they mature? Are they easy to breed? Can they handle a wide range of environmental factors? Is there a market for it? People tend to choose the species that best meet the criteria for their specific needs and raise them in artificial environments for human consumption. Although not all aquaculture is farming for food. Some aquaculture facilities are used for conservation of threatened and endangered species. Others are raised for the aquarium trade. They can also be used for stock enhancement or to restore natural fisheries for commercial and recreational fishing. Net pens are typically found offshore in coastal areas or in freshwater lakes. Open net pens, or cages, allow for free exchange between the farm and the surrounding environment. Salmon are typically farmed this way, as well as almaco jack and cobia. This method encloses the fish's natural environment and relies on nature as a life support system to keep the animals alive. These open system methods could potentially be considered higher risk than a closed system. Open systems have a higher potential for spreading disease and having escaped animals when compared to closed systems. Suspended aquaculture is used for growing shellfish by suspending them in water on ropes, plastic trays, or in mesh bags. The shellfish using this method are filter feeders and require only clean water to thrive. Oysters, scallops, mussels, and clams are cultured using the suspension systems method. Closed system methods include raceways. Raceways use flowing water that is diverted from natural streams or a well into long tanks that replicate water flow. The water enters one end of the system and flows in one direction. Raceways are typically used when raising trout. A recirculating aquaculture system, or a RAS system, uses water in a tank-based system that is treated and recirculated with minimal water discharge. Almost any type of finfish can be raised in recirculating systems. Common species farmed in recirculating systems include Arctic char, striped bass, barramundi, sturgeon, and salmon. These systems are designed to treat wastewater or effluent before it is discharged. There is almost no risk of fish escaping, and these systems use very little new water to operate. Why is aquaculture important? Commercial fishing is one of the most significant causes of declining ocean wildlife populations. The number of globally overfished species has tripled in the past 50 years. Today, 1/3 of the world's assessed fisheries are currently pushed beyond their biological limits. Aquaculture takes up significantly less resources and leaves a smaller carbon footprint than the livestock industry, and currently makes up 52% of the world's seafood. With technology improving throughout the years, aquaculture has become cleaner, more efficient, and more sustainable. We will discuss some of these technologies in later videos. We wanted to thank you today for joining us for our Aquaculture 101 tutorial. In future episodes, we'll talk more about the different types of systems, which systems are best for which animals. We'll talk about components of the different systems, how to maintain good water quality, how to oxygenate your systems, how to feed your systems, and whatever other topics you guys are interested in, we're happy to help. Because with more aquaculturists in the world, there are more ideas, and with more ideas comes better practices. We hope by watching our videos you can become part of making aquaculture the way of the future and saving the planet. We'll post our sources in the bio and wish you all best fishes.